What are we talking about today again?
What it was like being a language assistant for BEDA. So I was in the city, and this is our country boy here. So he was in a rural area.
Politically speaking, I wasn't in the country, but okay, let's say that I was. But yeah,
We'll show some photos.
Trust me, you'd love to come to my area if you were in my area, as opposed to where she lived. But yeah, the photos will tell. But BEDA for me was an experience as well. It really opened my eyes to a lot of things. It was a learning experience, and the biggest part of it for me was the cultural exposure. You can attest to that.
Yeah, that's so true.
You met like so many people from different backgrounds, from different races of life, different religion, creed, whatever you name it, there it was.
It's there.
So this program, like any other, it really was an assistantship program where you are the co-teacher. Well, most times.
Yes. Most times.
You want to talk about what it was like for you, after you got accepted and started working?
Definitely. So this wasn't my first rodeo being an assistant, but each school is different. So some schools, they'll say to you, oh, you're the co-teacher, and you'll really be a co-teacher. In other schools, they'll say, oh, you're the co-teacher, and then you go and you're alone with the students, and the other teachers just sitting at the back. Luckily for my school, they were very supportive. They treated me like one of their own. So I remember that my first day I got to meet, they had nuns. So it was a Catholic school. So I got to meet the head nun and my coordinator and the other teachers, and they were so happy and excited to have me. And at 11, they had like little snacks for me. That was so nice.
Well,
I like that.
I didn't have all of that shenanigan. But in the, as she said, the country area, the pueblos, my school, it was one of those secluded, nicely tranquil kind of zones. Secluded, nicely tranquil kind of zones. And of course I had the same, where the teachers were very supportive, the head teacher and the other teachers included. They would go with anything that I say. If we're gonna do games, if we're gonna do grammar activities, whatever it is that I went with, they were like, okay, let's do that. And they were just behind me, with discipline in the classroom and making sure that whatever I went with, it was properly executed. So for me, that part of it, where the support of the teachers, it was really felt, and I'm grateful for that. It made the experience, an added, experience.
Yeah, because remember, we're not from there, and also we're minorities. So can you imagine you're going into a school and listen, maybe you'll be, some of the students, it was their first time interacting with black people.
Natives. Native black people.
Yes, it was their first time. But luckily they were so excited. Once when I wore like an afro to school one day.
Wait. When you say, oh, I'm from Jamaica, they'll be like, where in Africa is that again?
Yes. Good. This was the first school I went to. When I told them that I was from Jamaica, they said, Usain Bolt.
Yeah, and they're excited about that. And I think this is going to fall, so continue.
So they were so excited. They were like, Usain Bolt. Like, and they knew, some of them actually knew Shelley and Fraser. That was interesting. When I asked them about Bob Marley, only the teachers knew about Bob Marley. So I think thanks to Usain Bolt, Jamaica is still on the map. It's still important.
So yeah, we had to move because of the wind. It was like really strong. And since we don't have a cameraman or a woman just yet,
We're working on it.
work in progress. For me, it was something that I really appreciated and liked about working, and the fact that the hours were not so much. I worked 18 hours per week. Well, 17, because there was 1 hour where I was supposed to meet with my coordinator just for planning and talking about issues that I might have faced during the week. And yeah.
For me, I had to work 21 hours. And for planning, normally what they do for my school, whenever we're going to start something new, they'll give me the time. So I didn't have to use my free time to plan. I think that's something that's really helped with work and life balance, because I only did the 21 hours. That's it.
And on that note, talking about work and actual living or social life balance. So talking about social life, working, planning, and depending on the groups that you have, and sometimes you do have mixed groups. So you won't just have high school, primary school. Sometimes you get infants included, and to plan the different ages each day, it takes up a lot. But your work is compact within the hours that you are assigned to work, and that was very nice because it allowed you time for your social life, to go out sightseeing, puentes.
Because when you're in Europe, it's so easy to get to another European country. So if you get a puente that's like Friday to Monday, so you're like, okay, I'm going to Italy or I'm going to France, and the tickets are reasonable. Really nice that you get time. You get time to tour.
Yeah, I did a lot of hiking tours with friends, because that's one thing that it's a part of the culture. They really love going hiking, and you'll see like a lot of beautiful sights. Of course, I have pictures, so I can show some pictures maybe on our Instagram, or you can check out these pictures.
On TikTok.
And also TikTok as well. But yeah, all in all, the social life for me was good. I mean, during the daytime, during nighttime, you always have like the option to go dining, and that is another like ball game, with you can meet up with friends, and you can just you can finish work at 8 o'clock, let's say, just putting it at that. And you don't have to worry that the restaurants are going to be closed. No, they go up until 1.
Sometimes up to 1.
Yeah, definitely. So it's really like there's everything for everyone, depending on your likes, what you want, And as I was in the more rural area, there weren't much malls.
Sorry, I had to. Okay. As you were saying,
I mean, let the pictures talk for themselves. There weren't a lot of malls, but we had access to like the basic things, supermarket, the movies, you name it, it was there. But you didn't have it in abundance as you might have it in Madrid.
Yeah.
And I don't like Madrid. Hot, congested city life. Who wants that when you can be in the cool area, enjoying, the country and doing things that normal people do?
Alright. Thank you for advertising and selling living in the countryside. But in Madrid, you got all the different malls. Also, you can try different restaurants. So if today you feel like you want to eat in India, you go to an Indian restaurant. If you feel like you want to eat in Japan, you go to a Japanese
But
restaurant.
in the country area, we had that just the same. Well, a nearby town, we had that just the
Nearby
same.
That was like 5 minutes away from where I live.
But yeah, you had everything for everyone, and the experience, just liming with everyone, doing different activities, your work life and also your social life, and having a healthy balance between the two BEDA afforded that program or afforded that type of lifestyle. And you don't have to worry if, okay, the money that I'm being paid, I won't be able to make ends meet. You actually can. You just have to be wise about spending and always go for the offers. Always check out the discounts and stuff like that, and
Plan in advance.
plan in advance and so.
Go with the tour companies, because there are a lot. Well, in Madrid, you had a lot of tour companies type who had audience of like students, university students, and assistants. So they'll have like a trip almost every weekend. You could get to go to different parts of Spain, because Spain is a big country and they have different variety. So like for example, Rancho was in the north, so he had a different
5 hours by bus away from Madrid. That's how I hated the city. That's how much I hated the city.
But I mean, you can have both. Like I lived in the suburbs. I didn't live in the heart of the city. I live in the suburbs. So I lived close by.
Talk about country.
No, it wasn't the country. It was city. I mean, Alcalá de Henares, it's Cervantes' home. And if you don't know who Cervantes is, you need to go and research that.
Yeah, so Spain it is, and the BEDA program, it affords you so many of the things that you might not have thought of. And of course in this video we won't be touching on every and anything, but if you do want to know specifics about maybe getting a place, renting, or any little tips if you plan on doing it, then private classes, that too we can talk about if you want to know.
Anything you want to know, just leave a comment, and remember to like the video
and share it as well. Wanna share it, right? Alright.
Bye bye.
Bye.